The barbell back squat is a staple and much loved and much hated
Why are you the way that you are?
movement. And let's be honest, it gets a bit dull as fuck. Unless you are a powerlifter, then it is like God. As 99.9% of you are not powerlifters, I'm going to give you 6 back squats that aren't back squats. So I'm going to set the scene. We're going to explain what it does, who should be doing it, and we'll give you some load, reps, and what part of the session it sits in. Let's go. High bar, rapid eccentric back squat, or the drop back squat. This is all about putting on some brakes. We have to spark up some central nervous system stuff so you don't plummet through the floor. We're aiming for a little bit of elastic adaptation. This is actually the first port of call when you're doing plyometric exercise, but we're actually loading it. We're dropping as hard into the ground as we can, moving rapidly through your eccentric portion and trying to get maximum impact and absorption that you can take through your hips, your knees, and your ankles. The people that should be doing this want to gain a little bit of plyometric adaptation, take that next level on those rapid movements. You probably are a runner, you play sport, you play a sport that enables you to change direction rapidly, or put on the brakes. I'm thinking football, netball, basketball, that kind of thing. You're gonna sit in our hierarchy of lifts. We're probably gonna put this in the velocity section or as an A1 movement. We're gonna be pretty light. I'd say 10% of your body weight or 30% of your 1RM. Nothing too crazy, but I know there's some strong people out there. Simple, I'm gonna say up to 5 or 6 reps. Do it 3 to 4 sets, pretty chill. The high bar, double pause, down back squat. I know what you're thinking, pause back squats can get in the bin, but I'm a big fan of calling these almost like elevator back squats, considering you have to go to certain levels. So on the way down, you are gonna chill out essentially just above 90 degrees, or kind of a 90 degree of tibia and femur angle. Essentially halfway down, you're splitting the rep up. You're gonna hold an isometric for about 3 seconds, give it a little count or a big breath, and then carry on down to the bottom, where you're going to, you guessed it, pause again. We're trying to get a little bit more time under tension, a little bit of more mental resilience, and we're adding a lot of control. You're going to be probably better at taking a smaller amount of load on this. If you're thinking 1RMs, I'm probably only going near 60-70% on this. It's going to be like in the A1 or B1 category of your workout. And the guys and girls that are doing this is pretty much anyone who wants to get a little bit better at back squatting, but don't want to lift massive loads all the time. We're going to lift lighter loads for a little bit longer. I bet your bottom dollar that your squat numbers will go up, you'll be able to hit a better depth, and you're loading tendons, which you don't normally do. You're probably gonna have a few little less aches and pains from doing one of these. The Anderson back squat, or as we call it, the concentric squat. Now, to set this guy up, you're having to put those pins right at the bottom of where you think the base of your squat is. You're gonna take out any elasticity where you might be bouncing out of the bottom of a squat, and you're starting, just like you would a deadlift, with the concentric phase, that up phase first. Trust me, you aren't going to lift as much load this way, but you are going to generate a massive amount of concentric strength and power. The people who want to be doing this, again, probably rugby players. You're going to be pushing against a huge amount of force. And anybody who wants to be quick off the line. I'm talking sprinters, footballers. If you've got a massive 5-yard, 10-yard dash to be getting on with, this could be you. And probably people who jump. To be honest, this one, I want you to go heavy as you feel like you can. You're going to be moving with maximal intent, really push through, and yeah, have fun. 3, 4, 5 sets, probably anywhere from 3, 4, 5, 6 reps. The high bar squat to box. Now, anybody should be doing this because it's just controlling depth, particularly the people who are perhaps coming back from an injury. You can whack a bench there, you can raise yourself up, like on some 2 little plates or something, and then you're literally touching your butt to the box. A little bit different to the box squat, where you actually sit down, kind of chill out, and then go again. This is teaching you about depth, also controlling depth. You kind of use it for 2 reasons: to increase the range of motion to someone who is kind of scared from getting to the bottom, or to limit the range of motion for somebody who's gradually building their squat back up. I've got a couple of clients that are doing affects that are doing this because they've had a little bit of injury. So we're putting them under load, but we're not scaring it too much. Anybody should be doing this, from beginners to advanced lifters. I want you to get comfortable with depth. This is all about range of motion and technique. And for this, guys, I can pretty much crank up the load. You can be going from light to heavy. You can be doing 3 reps to 20 reps. It's just safe. And it sits in an A1 or a B1 in your session. You might have done this one, the slow as fuck eccentric back squat. Now, these are painful. I want 6 seconds descending, and then you're going to hit it as hard as possible, coming out of something called the amortization phase, where you change direction and concentrically blasting through that ceiling. You are getting a little bit more time under tension, kind of muscular tension. It's going to add control. You're probably loading tendons and muscles a little bit more with a lower amount of load. Essentially, you're not putting as much absolute load, so that means high loads, through your central nervous system, so actually you might recover a little bit better. But it's more likely to make you sore. Anybody who wants to get a little bit stronger and do some safe stuff, essentially with only 60-70% of their rep maxes, should be doing this kind of thing. It's probably then again going to A's or B's, possibly into the C's if you're taking the load right down during our sessions. And I'd be doing anywhere from, let's say, 3 to 6 reps, because it sucks ass, it's so long. You gotta think, if it's 6 seconds, probably 7 seconds per rep at least, times that by 6, that's math I can't even do. You might be going for about 45 seconds through eccentric facing squats. That's a long time, and I don't want to do that. And our last one, something that is very controversial, because the bodybuilders among us think we're not doing anything, the high bar quarter pin squat. Now, this is something I really do program for a lot of my athletes, but normally in some sort of B stance. This is just full back squat stance awesomeness. You're going to be putting your pins and only doing the concentric phase first, and rapidly going through just a burst of the last portion of a back squat. This essentially is training your last little bit of power. This is probably the bit where you're going to be getting better at jumping, accelerating, that last little bit of hip extension. Anybody that would be doing this could be sprinters, runners, anybody, literally anybody who wants to become more powerful. And this one is sitting right at the top of that workout. You're going to load this bad boy up, you're going to go hard, and probably pair it with something like a jump or something plyometric. Now, I hope you're going to go and replace your boring back squats with one of these. And look out, we're going to do another one of these. If you really enjoyed this, that I'm giving 6 back squats, number 1, like, comment, subscribe. What are you going to go and do? And number 2, I actually started a new channel where all of these clips are taken from, which is just exercise demos, nothing else. And it's going to be for you guys to research, making sure something that is named correctly and done correctly. And if you've got any questions, head over to that channel, like, subscribe, and to this channel. Let me know in the comments. Which one are you gonna go do?